Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Hawa. I am a psychologist by weekday, new YouTuber by weekend, and on my channel we are going to be talking about sustainable and mindful living. So on my new Instagram page, which I will link over here, I asked you guys what kind of topics you wanted me to talk about. So I mentioned a few like sustainability, ethical fashion, bags, jewelry, that kind of thing. And the one that came up the most was sustainability and how to start, what kind of swaps you can make. So in today's video, just to kind of kick off the new year, we're going to talk about how you can start your sustainable journey. So all up, I actually have 6 steps that I'm going to talk you through. I'll keep them super brief and give you some examples where necessary. So before we begin, I wanted to put out a disclaimer and let you know that sustainability and the journey towards it can be different for everybody. So a sustainable swap that might work for you may not necessarily work for your friend and vice versa. So it's very important when you're starting this that you are customizing it to your needs and what will work best for you. So the very first step to starting your sustainable journey is to consider your motive. So before you begin your journey, I want you to really think about why you are doing this. So are you looking to start shopping sustainably because you want to pick quality over quantity? Are you trying to save money because you're trying to buy items that are reusable as opposed to using disposable items? Do you want to reduce how much trash that you send to landfill? So what I want you to do before you even start by, looking into researching items and purchasing items is to sit down, really think about why you're doing this and write it down. And the reason why you're wanting to write your motive down is because when things get tough, when you are starting to feel like you're sliding back into your old ways because it's convenient, you'll be able to look at your motive, and that will help you to keep motivated and stay on track as to why it is that you're doing this. Now, the second step is to audit your trash. Now, this sounds like it would be a little weird, but just bear with me. So the second step with auditing your trash is you think about the trash cans that you have in your house. You're likely to have one in the kitchen, in the bathroom, and maybe one in your bedroom as well. So what I want you to do to start your journey is to look into your trash. Sounds really strange, and if you're a bit of a germaphobe like I am and you don't want to go through your trash, what you can actually do is, the next time that you have like a new bin liner, as you're throwing things out, make a note of what it is that you're throwing out so you're actually aware of where you are producing the most waste. Is it in the kitchen? Is it due to beauty products or what have you? For example, when I actually did this audit to my trash like a year ago, one of the things that I noticed that I threw away the most was actually beauty cotton rounds. So I used to buy those packaged in plastic 80 cotton rounds, and I would use them to remove my makeup, to put on my toner. And what I realized is that in like a week, I would throw out like easily anywhere between 7 to 15 cotton rounds, which is so much over time. So one of the changes that I made to begin with was I actually researched online, found some reusable cotton rounds that are made out of like cotton. I've used them for over a year and they are absolutely fantastic. Like, I haven't been able to look back on it. They are just so good. Once I actually use them, I just put them in a little laundry bag, hang them out to dry afterwards, and it's super easy to use. So the third tip that I have is to use up what you already have. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because when you are starting your journey towards sustainability, you're going to be super excited and want to go out and go buy a bamboo toothbrush. You're going to want to get, a keep cup, reusable straws, all of those really easy sustainable swaps that somebody can make today. But the issue with that is that you are likely to still have a plastic toothbrush in your bathroom or a plastic shampoo bottle that is still waiting there, that's still half full, that you haven't finished. So what I'm gonna say to you is to actually be able to start this sustainably, finish up what you already have, and then replace it with sustainable alternatives. Okay, so step number 4 is to research eco-friendly alternatives. So when you've used up what you already own and it's time for you to make the switch, what you can do is just spend a little bit of time just researching some eco-friendly alternatives for some of the products that you want to replace. So 3 tips that you can kind of look into when you're researching eco-friendly alternatives is to look into how sustainable the product is based on what it is made out of, so the actual product itself, what kind of packaging it comes in, but also what is the company doing in order to ensure that the production of these products are actually sustainable. So for example, is it using vegetable tanning instead of chemical tanning? Are they trying to reduce their water usage as much as possible? Are they using recycled materials? So those are the kind of things that you should look into, and I am going to make a whole video on what I kind of look for when I am trying to shop sustainably, so stay tuned for that. Moving on to the 5th step, which is to create a buddy system. Now this sounds like something you would have in school, but your buddy could be somebody who is a friend, a family member, maybe even somebody that you happen to speak and talk to on a Facebook group that's very much into zero waste. So what you actually want to do is, once you've actually selected a buddy, is to create a plan as to what kind of sustainable swaps you want to make. Tell this buddy of yours your plan, and you can check in with them once a month to see how you're going and see if there's anything you can change to make sure that you're keeping to your goals. By having a buddy, you're actually allowing yourself to have some accountability and some support. And another benefit of having somebody else that you are either telling all of your plans to, or preferably someone who is actually doing the sustainable journey with you in their own way, is that you can also try some products together. So for example, if you wanted to make a switch to a shampoo bar, but you're not entirely sure if it's going to work for your hair type, is you can actually slice that shampoo bar or conditioner bar in half, give that half to your friend, and you can both try it out together. And if it turns out that bar is not actually for you, you can actually give that bar to your friend if it happens to work out better for them, or alternatively, if it turns out that it doesn't work for either of you, at least you only have half a bar to try and finish up instead of a full one. So the final step, which I think is the most important one, is to aim for progress, not perfection. The journey towards sustainability takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, research, and patience, so it's important that you take on small but thoughtful steps along the way. To leave you with a quote that I think kind of sums up this step really well is, we don't need a handful of people doing zero waste perfectly, we need millions of people doing it imperfectly. I hope that these 6 steps were useful to you and helps to improve your sustainability journey. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos on sustainable and mindful living. Thank you. Take care, you guys.